Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of Nerds. And for our KickStart My Review this week, we are going to be reviewing Heroes of Tenefyr. But before we begin, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And about the game, this is a game that was designed by Pepijn van Loon. It was published by Broken Mill Games. It plays 1 to 4 players, approximately 60 minutes, ages 14 and up.
Yep, so this is a lightweight cooperative deck builder with push your luck mechanic. It's like I said, it's lightweight, so it's nice for new players. This was originally kickstarted in 2018. I think it actually came out in 2019. And then we got the expansion kickstarted in 2020. We didn't see the first Kickstarters, we just picked them both up this time around.
The Second Curse.
That's right, Second Curse. So that added 6 new heroes, 4 new bosses, and 78 new baddies.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So we break all of our reviews into a couple categories. So first up is components / art. So this game comes with dividers, so that way you could stack them in the box and separate them out. So if you're just looking for level 2 dungeon, you can
which
put
is
it there.
very handy.
Which is very nice. Unfortunately, the bottom of the box is not deep enough so the lid can sit on it vertically. You have to tilt it, which was a little unfortunate.
And I would say that the overall components they're pretty solid. So there's a tracking board for the main boss, and it's a solid cardboard, and it's got a couple cardboard pieces like for the first player and for when you enter into a dungeon. So you indicate which dungeon you're entering into. They're good solid pieces. The art, I would say, it's good. I like the art. It's very pretty, but I wouldn't say there's anything notable about it. Nothing remarkable that stands out that makes it unique from the artwork in any other typical game.
Right. It does have regular sized cards, which is a plus. The only exception is one of the characters has a wolf companion, and those are little, but that's fine.
Yeah. You don't like your little cards.
No, I don't like my little cards. So to go over a couple of the characters, we got this badass looking barbarian, a techno mage, which just looks kind of cool, like science and magic mixed together, plus a cat, and the grave master.
One of my personal favorites.
And here we got a couple of villains. Tinkophile Drainer. Kind of looks a little Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Zombie. And a gargoyle. And, from the art, and going to Mary's point, it all looks like, what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's well drawn.
It looks good. It's just
the style is just kind of, I would say, blends in. So here's a couple bosses. We got the Dark Lord. That's the one we whooped up on. Spider Queen whooped up on us. And thousands of goblins kicked us in the nuts 1,000 times.
Yes, pretty badly.
So that was probably the worst butt whooping we got.
Yeah.
So there is no story.
For the
overall,
theme,
yeah, overall. So next category, theme / story. Sorry about that. There is no overarching story. Each game is separate from itself.
I would say, though, that you could still, it's very thematic in the sense that, you have these dungeons set up, and they're different level dungeons, and so based on how difficult they're going to be, and you're entering these dungeons, and you're fighting different villains, and, coming out of the dungeon, so you feel the theme in that, and then also all of the characters within the game, whether it be the character that you're playing or the boss, is very thematic as well. So, like, as I was saying, I really like the Grave Master, and the Grave Master was super cool. She had the ability to make it where you could pull cards from your discard pile and put them back into your deck. And so, the ability matched the character's name,
Right.
which was awesome. And then
Right.
the thousands of goblins. It was, instead of fighting 4 bosses in the final dungeon, you're fighting 8 bosses, and then he also had the ability to bring in other goblins that you would have to fight, and it just,
Right.
they're little guys, but they kind of add up on you. So you could definitely feel the theme with the cards. The cards didn't just have pointless meaning to them.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next category we got gameplay. We had a lot of fun playing this game, but we did notice a snowball effect. And what I mean by that is your first 2 or 3 dungeons, how well you do there will determine the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
If you have a good 2 or 3 dungeons, you're probably going to win. If you struggle or your deck doesn't come out right, I think you're going to struggle throughout the game, which is a little unfortunate. I think you could house rule that. And if you get kicked out of a dungeon, the boss moves 2 steps closer, but then you also get just 1 random card from the reserve. I think that could help offset that imbalance.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a typical deck builder. You start off with, the basic cards, 1s and 0s, and you're acquiring cards actually by defeating the villains in each of these.
Right.
Each of the dungeons. So it is, we like deck builders, and it does feel like a regular deck building game.
Just to give you an example of what she's talking about. So here was the gargoyle. You can see on top it's 4, 6, or 8, depending on the number of players. But then once you defeat them, whoever hits the last hit in now gets the card Bash, which is worth 2 strength. So that's pretty cool. And it feels a little more thematic in which, sort of like your old school Final Fantasy where you defeat a villain, you become stronger, quicker, whatever. That kind of has that feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all of our games we put into one of 3 categories. Play means it hits the table as often as possible. Display means it sits on the shelf and you break it out when the urge strikes. Or stay away means you leave it at the store for someone else to get. And for us, Heroes of Tenefyr is a play. We had a lot of fun with this. We really enjoyed deck builders. I really enjoy the fantasy theme. I look forward to trying to find the best combination of heroes and trying to defeat all the villains.
And seeing all of the different heroes now with the expansion.
Right. Yeah. We've played all but 2 of the heroes so far. I look forward to trying to defeat all of the
and seeing if maybe there's
villains.
there's a strategy that we can use better in the future.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments if you kickstarted this or if after seeing our review you're excited to check it out. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Pumpkin. This is the second time we've recorded this video.
Well, this time I haven't had anything to drink. So maybe it'll actually take.
I don't know what happened to that first recording. That was crazy. Billy hasn't hit me back about my hair yet. You ready?
Yep.
Feel like handsome?
Always.
Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds. And today, for our opening week review...
Nope. KickStart my review.
KickStart my review. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I haven't had anything to drink, so it's just like... I really haven't. A bunch of water. Okay, you ready?